Hello everyone, this is VVS team. In this video, we are going to see what is looping statements, also known as control statements. Java looping statements are for while and do while. These looping statements are used to control the statements which are used for the control of the flow of the program. The first one is for loop. For loop provides a concise way of writing the loop structure. A for statement contains initialization, condition, and increment. Initialization, condition, and increment in one line, thereby providing a shorter, easy to debug structure of looping. Let's see an example for loop. Okay, now we are going to create a new class for one. Okay, now inside for loop, we have seen the conditions as initialization, increment, condition, and increment or decrement. So now we are creating the main class. Inside main class, we are going to write a for loop. We can set a variable as int a is equal to 1 and then int b is equal to 10. So now let's write a program. Inside for loop, there are three conditions. The first one is the initialization. We have to initialize the value inside it. Int I is a variable used for I, j, and k most of the times. Int I is equal to 0 for minimum value and I lesser than 10. So we have initialized b as 10. So I less than b and then colon and then the increment or decrement option. For increment, we have to use I plus plus. And for decrement, we have to use I minus minus like this. Also, we can use I plus 2 or I plus 3. So this increments the values by 1 plus 2 and plus 3. So now I plus plus. I is equal to I plus 3. Okay, now it's correct. So now we are going to increment it by one by one. And inside the brackets, we have to do the print statement. Okay, now first we are going to print the value of I, just I. This value prints the value first 0. Let's see how the program runs. First of all, the value of a int is A and it's not used anywhere. B is equal to 10 and then int I is equal to 0. So now integer I is having the value of 0 and its system.out.println prints the value of I, that is 0. So now then the next line is initiated. If I is less than d, that is 0 is actually first increments it, 0 is turned into 1 and then after 1, if 1 is less than 10, the condition is true, then the next statement will be printed. Then I is equal to 1, system.out.println and 1 is printed and 1 is less than 10 and then increment occurs 2. So 2 is printed, then 2 is less than 10 and it is printed and likewise until 10 is printed. So when it comes to 10, 10 is less than 10, the condition fails and the value of 10 does not print in the run command. So on running this, okay, now the error has been rectified. Okay, on running this program, we can get the output as 1 to 9. On coming to the 10th value, the condition fails and the first 10 value is not printed. So the next statement is while loop. A while loop is a control flow statement that allows code to be executed repeatedly based on the given Boolean condition. The while loop can be thought of as representing if statement. Let's see the program. Now, while let's set a boolean value. Boolean b1 b1 equal to true. Now, inside while we are giving b1. If the boolean value is true, it gets into the loop and exits only when the loop is failed. So, if we give just while, it may run into an infinite loop. So we are using for statement inside a while. Let's run it without a for loop and then run it with the for loop. So system dot out dot. We can print the value of okay. Let's set a count. It is running into an infinite loop, and if I stop this, it may end with an exit code one. So now the value is true, and then the while loop continues to be incremented. See, it gone 50,000, 70,000, 1 lakh. It's gone increasing. We can just use an if statement. If z is greater than 100, b1 is equal to false. So on running this program, after the value of 100 is printed, the b1 becomes false, and the b1 is get into the while loop, and the while loop get false, and the system get out of the loop. C. The value of 100 is printed if less than greater than 100, that is 101. It becomes false and the value is stopped here. This is the use of while loop. And the another one is do while loop. Do while loop is similar to while loop. The same function used in while is used in the do while loop. That the difference is that checks the condition after executing the statement, and therefore it's an example of exit control loop. The difference between while and do while is the while loop is entry checking, and the do while is exit checking. Okay, now let's see an example for do while loop. Let's cut all these statements. Okay, now do system dot out dot println. If you I'm writing a program in the sense of application. So now I'm going to write a program to ask the input. Actually, if the value is true, the do should be executed another time. If the value is false, the do will execute only one time and the while is exited. Do is printed once, while v1 boolean v1 equal to true. So on running this program, system.out is printed while b1 is true. Do is printed once is printed many times. See, it's entered into a loop. So we are using the same if condition here. If and inside do we are counting a value. Okay, let's increment the value of a is equal to a plus 1. If a the value of a is not printed here because the print statement is do is printed once. So we are hiding the value of a and creating a loop within the do is printed statement is printed only 10 to 20 times. Let's set the value into 11, less than 11. If less than, sorry, if greater than 9, that is 10. D1 is set to false. Okay, let's stop this. On if a program gets into a loop, it consumes more RAM and the program doesn't exist until we quit it. So now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The value is printed 10 times. This is the value of looping control statements. So thank you for watching my video. For more updates on Java, subscribe to my channel. Thank you.